I am about to go on a ride through to York, so I'm going to take you along with me. Got my camera set up, I'm all good to go, full tank of fuel. Let's do this. Alright guys, so welcome back to the Triumph Bonneville Adventures. Today I'm going to take my Down&out custom Bonneville for a ride into York, one of the UK's most historic cities. I'm going to cruise past the famous bar walls, swing by the York Triumph dealership and maybe even join the Jorvik Vikings, we never know. So I'm going to go down the A19 and then coming up on the right hand side is actually the Strawberry Fields Cafe. So for those that have seen my my biker cafes of Yorkshire, this one is next on the list, so stay tuned and catch up on that one when it's released. So we've got York University, it's quite a big campus, but I normally find this way into York is a little bit quieter than going down the main roads in Fulford. So if you are travelling around, then you can swing by this way or not, it's entirely up to you. So just a little look around the York University campus, and then we will follow this road down. And then from this, we won't be far away from the York Triumph dealership. I'm not sure whether the camera will pick this up because it's in the previous version of the Insta360, not the newest one, but you can see like the rolling hills in the distance leading out to, I want to say Thirsk, but it's probably wrong, but yeah, more of like North Yorkshire, so it's a really nice view coming in this way. So as promised, follow this road down. We've got two sites on here. We've got the York Triumph dealership, and then we've also got the bar walls as well. So I want to go stop for a coffee, see what the York Triumph store's got to offer, because ideally I would like to pick up some new gloves, but let's see what they've got. So if you haven't ever been here before, it's got great staff, really friendly, and I have been here before for a coffee and a bite to eat, and again, it's as expected. Amazing food, amazing coffees, and there's always bikes around. It's just you may struggle to get parked, so if you find a spot, take it quickly. It's also worth noting on this point that I've started to wear earplugs in my helmet just because of the wind noise. I never really understood the differences in helmets and like wind noise and things, so I've currently got a Biltwell Gringo, I think it's an S helmet, so it looks very nice, or it's definitely the style that I like. But yeah, wind noise for one is one of the things where when I'm doing things like the NC 500 and some of the longer rides, it's going to be wind noise more than the exhaust now, so the earplugs definitely like wearing them. Can't really tell that they're in, but again, it does dampen the sound a little bit, and I do listen to music when I'm riding, so it does make a difference, but I can still hear that. So inside the store now, so this is upstairs. They've got some great casual gear as well as protective gear as well, so here's just a little look around. They seem to have a lot of that royal blue in as well, so it's clearly the colour of the season for them, or for this year at the very least. Not a big fan of royal blue myself, but again, if it takes your fancy, then there's a lot of stuff that you can get there. So from the top you can see the bottom with the showroom. Again, there's more clothes and some things in the sale rack. Just a little more changing rooms upstairs. So moving on downstairs, they've got obviously new bikes in, so there's bobbers, there's tigers, there's all sorts of different things down here, as well as accessories as well to go with the bikes. There's a nice little scrambler. And what they've also got as well is a pre-owned section, which I'll cover off a little bit later on. But at this point I was gasping for a drink, so decided to cut the film in and go grab a bite to eat and a coffee. So there's a whole food menu. They do breakfast, they do cakes that are homemade, you've got coffees, teas, cold drinks, whatever you can think of. Prices are again reasonably good, and you can sit outside as well if you choose to. So this bit for me was really interesting. This is the Jorvik Vikings notice board, and the reason I'm looking at this specifically is because I spoke to two of the members while filming a podcast episode with Down&out, and yeah, it's something which they were two great guys, and I was really interested in just knowing more about it, maybe becoming a member and do some trips with them. But anyway, time came to it that I had to leave the Triumph store. So this now is the bow walls. So for those that don't know, originally built by the Romans, later reinforced by the Normans. There's so much history in York, I don't think I really appreciated it before, but hearing other people comment on it, even though I was born and raised here and everything else, it was just, yeah, I've never really appreciated the history from it, but now I'm a little bit older and appreciative a bit more about the kind of history of Britain, I guess. A bit of a history buff, or certainly getting more into it now. Definitely find it a lot more fascinating. So we'll just go for a little bit of a ride around and show you some of the Roman walls. plan for this was for me to actually ride around York and show you the bar walls and possibly try and get it uncut, but with the traffic as it was, I decided just to cut my losses at this point. I knew I was going to be editing the video and cutting it, so decided to take some shortcuts and show you just different aspects of it. So yeah, didn't quite go to plan, but learn and adapt. Hopefully you're still enjoying the video. There's always traffic in York, but at this point I saw this little guy just staring at me, so I thought I'd give him a little wave, show him that I'm not that scary, and got a nice little wave back. So there's a bit more of the bar walls here, and it actually does extend all the way through to what's known as the Museum Gardens, but yeah, getting down there was just an absolute nightmare, so maybe do a part 2 a little bit later on, and actually try and probably come when it's a little bit less busy, because this was on a Saturday afternoon. So some more of the bar walls here, so blocked out by these buildings, but you can see one of the, I guess you call them an entrance or an exit, but yeah, there's a bit of an alcove thing coming up. There you have it, you can see the Minster in the back as well. We'll try and get some shots on that one, maybe in a later video. Like I say, York's extremely busy today, so I probably need to come back when it's a little bit quieter. But there you have at least some section of the bar walls. I feel like at that point the video is probably going to get on for about 15-20 minutes, so I'm going to call it a day there, guys. But thanks very much for tuning in. If you've made it this far, please don't forget to let me know in the comments whether you think I should join the Jorvik Vikings or not and start filming some content with them. If you enjoyed the ride, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell for more Triumph Bonneville adventures. I'll see you in the next video.